What if the world around you isn't just something that randomly happens to you? What if it's actually a direct reflection of what's happening inside you? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive into a pretty powerful idea that suggests exactly that.
So that brings us to this huge central question. What if your thoughts, your most dominant repeated thoughts, are literally building the world you experience every single day? It's a massive concept. So let's break down how the source material explains it.
The source for this explainer puts it just like this. And this is really the foundation for everything else. The idea is that the conditions of your life, the good, the bad, all of it, they aren't random at all. They're the physical result of the pictures you're holding in your mind. Essentially, the world you see is a mirror.
Okay, so let's get right into it and explore this foundational law, this direct, powerful connection between our inner world of thought and our outer world of experience.
This is the big one, the law of attraction. And listen, the key words to lock onto here are correspond exactly and dominant mental pictures. This isn't about some fleeting wish you make once. According to the source, this is a precise law, kind of like gravity. Your most consistent thoughts act like powerful magnets, literally drawing your experiences to you.
And here you can see the direct cause and effect in action. If your inner mental world is constantly filled with pictures of success, of happiness, of faith, well, the corresponding outcome is that you start attracting people and conditions that match that vibe. But on the flip side, if the dominant thought is one of limitation, of poverty, of I can't, the law, as it's described, just faithfully delivers more of that. It's presented as a completely neutral principle. It's just giving you what you're mentally ordering. So if this is a law, how do we start using it on purpose? How do we work with it? Let's move to our next section and check out the actionable toolkit for becoming a conscious creator of your own life. The source material lays out a really clear 3-step toolkit. Step 1 is to declare your freedom. This means you adopt the mental state of success right now, not someday in the future. Step 2, and this might be the toughest one, is to banish negative thoughts. This is described as a real discipline, an active refusal to even entertain thoughts of failure or doubt. And finally, step 3, you see only your desire, which means training your focus exclusively on your goal, no matter what your current circumstances look like. Now, the fuel for all these steps is this core belief that you are connected to a universal creative intelligence. So the crucial point here isn't just to think a thought. It's to actually feel this connection, to know it in your bones, and then, this is key, to act as if it's already an established fact in your life. Okay, but I'm sure a question is popping into a lot of your minds right now. What about the past? Are we stuck with the consequences of all our old thoughts and actions? This next section is going to tackle that very question.
This really is the big one, isn't it? Are we bound by karma? Do we have to pay for every single mistake? Well, the source material offers this fantastic analogy to explain how we can actually change our own trajectory.
So let's think about it like this. Any past action or a long-held thought pattern, that's the cause. It sets a law in motion. In our analogy, this is like the simple act of throwing a ball. All right, so you've thrown the ball. It's now flying through the air, right? It has a trajectory. The effect is moving towards its natural outcome. If you threw that ball towards a window, its trajectory is heading straight for the glass. But here's the game changer. What if something intervenes before the ball hits the glass? A changed mind, a new, conscious choice can intercept that old trajectory. This is just like someone reaching out their hand and catching the ball in midair. And what's the result? A brand new outcome. The glass is perfectly fine. The law of motion wasn't broken or anything, but its flow was completely redirected. The source suggests our consciousness can do the exact same thing with the effects of our past. We can essentially catch the ball before it hits. Okay, so we get the law, we have the toolkit, and we know how to deal with the past. So how do we make this a daily living practice? Let's dive into our final section, living the law. I love this metaphor from the source. Think of your mind as this incredibly fertile soil, and your thoughts, they're the seeds. The real takeaway here is that you are always planting. Whether you're doing it consciously or not, seeds are constantly going into that soil, and a harvest is absolutely inevitable. And this brings us to why consistency is everything. According to this principle, if you have a steady, unwavering focus on what you desire, you're going to get a steady, unwavering manifestation of it. But if your mind is fluctuating, full of hope one minute and then riddled with doubt the next, you can only produce fluctuating and inconsistent results. It's as simple as that.
So, your daily job is laid out right here. It's all about maintaining a consistent attitude, never wavering. And this next part is so important. Avoid strain and struggle. This isn't about gritting your teeth and forcing an outcome. It's about a calm, persistent focus on the unseen reality you want to create, no matter what things look like on the outside right now.
Ultimately, it all seems to boil down to this: a sense of partnership. It's not about you having to do it all alone. It's about aligning your personal thought with this deep belief that a universal creative power is working with you and through you to bring your vision to life.
And all of that leaves us with one final, very personal question. After everything we've just explored in this explainer, what seed, what dominant mental picture are you going to choose to plant in the soil of your mind today?